When my grandfather passed away, I volunteered to help clean out his house. He lived in that creaky, time-worn Victorian place for over 60 years, and even though it always gave me the chills as a kid, it felt like the right thing to do. I figured I'd find dusty books, some antique furniture, maybe an old war medal or two. But what I found was a room. A room that no one in my family even knew existed. And what's inside still haunts me. It started innocently enough. The attic had always been off limits. Granddad used to lock it up tight, claiming it was just junk and insulation. But as I walked past it with a flashlight and a crowbar, I heard it, a thud. A single, deliberate thud. Not a raccoon, not the wind. It sounded like something, or someone, dropping a book on the floor. So I pried the attic door open. Dust spilled out like smoke, and the stale air hit me like a wall. The floorboards groaned as I stepped in, and that's when I saw it. A seam in the wooden wall, thin but unmistakable, like a doorway that had been sealed shut from the inside. I pressed it. Nothing. But then I noticed a metal hook tucked beneath a dusty shelf nearby. It didn't match anything in the attic. I pulled it. The wall groaned and creaked open like a vault door. Behind it was a narrow staircase leading downward, not up. I should have called someone, but curiosity, it's a dangerous drug. So I descended into the dark, narrow passageway. The air was freezing. The walls were lined with photographs, dozens of them, all black and white, all of people I didn't recognize, some smiling, some not. At the bottom of the steps, I found a room, small, windowless, concrete. There was a table, a journal, and a single flickering light bulb overhead, swaying slightly like it had just been disturbed. I picked up the journal. It wasn't written by my grandfather, at least not at first. The handwriting in the early pages was delicate, neat. Entries dated back to 1949. Most were ordinary, descriptions of daily life, family moments, gardening. But then, around 1962, the handwriting changed, sharper, shakier, and the tone, darker, confused, angry. She still visits me in dreams. She says I failed her. The others say they've forgiven me, but the house hasn't. I hear her crying in the walls. I dropped the journal, literally dropped it. My hands were trembling. On the wall behind the desk were names, carved in jagged letters. Some I recognized, my grandmother's, my uncle, who died young, even mine. Mine was carved near the bottom, and beside it, freshest of them all, was the name Clara. I don't know a Clara. No one in our family does, but something told me she's the reason the room existed. When I showed the room to my mom, she went pale. She said her father, my grandfather, had a sister, Clara, a twin. They were inseparable as kids. But Clara went missing when they were 9, vanished from the house one night. Police searched the woods, the town, everywhere. They ruled it a kidnapping. My grandfather never spoke of her again, and eventually the family stopped asking. But that hidden journal, those photos, that carved name, it means he never forgot. We called the authorities. The room was sealed off again. They said they couldn't determine anything conclusive. It had been too long. No remains, no hard evidence, just questions. But I still hear it, that thud in the attic, that flicker in the light bulb. Sometimes when I close my eyes at night, I see the name Clara, not carved into the wall, but whispered behind it. What really happened to Clara? Did my grandfather seal that room to hide something, or to protect the rest of us from what was left behind? This is Tales and Threads, and every story leaves a mark. Until next time, sleep well.